DJ, and this is Nativerezmedia, your place for opinionated tech news, reviews, and entertainment. And today, I'll be bringing you a review of the Jeecoo M20 RGB speaker set. I'm going to be going over what comes in the box. I'll be going over the tech specs, ergonomics, things like that, and how they sound, of course, and then giving you my overall opinion at the end of this video. So, without further ado, let's jump right into this review. And as always, we're going to start off by going over what comes in the box. We got our bubble wrap here. Each individual speaker was wrapped in some bubble wrap. Let's see here. We have the manual, not a colored manual, but a manual nevertheless, and a warranty card. We're going to stick that off to the side, and that is it for what comes in the box. I'm going to be going over the tech specs real quick. So you have output power, that is 5 watts per speaker, 10 watts total. Speaker size is 2 inches per speaker, so 2 inches for the cone that's in there. 60 hertz to 20 kilohertz. Most speakers will say 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. These say 60, so these don't have as much low end as some of the more expensive speakers that you might have, or some subs, things like that, but they still do sound pretty nice with the 60 hertz. Power supply, and it says power supply on here because these can connect up to Bluetooth, and that's something I'll go over in the tech specs there, so you can get a power supply for these. Audio input, as always, for these wireless and USB modes. So there's 2 different modes, and that is pretty much it. It goes over the weight, which I don't think anyone's concerned with the weight, 1.5 pounds, and that's pretty much it. Something I did notice when taking these out the box, neither of these speakers have right or left written on them. So you probably want to pull up something on your computer that has right or left output on it and get it calibrated so you'll know which side to put this on, because it's, I guess, ambidextrous is the term that you can use there, because you can put this either way, either orientation, but you want the left to come out of your left, and you want the right to come out of the right, so you can have that good stereo sound, especially if you're gaming with these speakers. So that's something to keep in mind. And while I'm going over the look and feel of these, all plastic, no metal anywhere except on the grill here. Of course, this is some kind of probably just a lightweight steel. I don't think it's aluminum or anything like that. You can see the speaker kind of behind the grill a little bit, and at the ends of each of the speakers you can see the, I guess, lighting area for the RGB lighting effects that come out of these speakers. And on one of these, which I don't know if it's right or left, you have a big volume knob. It's a continuous volume knob, so obviously the volume on the inside is digital. It'll tell you when it gets to the highest point or to the lowest point themselves, and it is a clicker as well, so you can press and hold to turn this thing off and on, press it a couple times to switch the modes and switch the color modes themselves from this kind of multi-point click there. And another thing to note is the wires on these speakers are permanently connected. You cannot disconnect them, so don't go trying that, or else you'll probably break these things. You have out of one side what I believe is just the connector to connect the speakers there, and then the USB power cord to plug into some kind of power source or into your computer. And to get these things connected, it's fairly simple. I'm going to get my Jeecoo dock here connected to my Steam Deck. And then I'm going to take the USB plug here, plug it into the back of the Jeecoo dock. And this dongle next to here is for a mouse.
USB mode.
And as you heard, it'll tell you it's in USB mode. You can see the RGB lights turn on. Yes, the Steam Deck can output enough power to power these up. This is not power. This is coming directly from the Steam Deck. And it should output a little sound. So if I turn this thing all the way up, you can hear it chirp. That's how you know it's turned up. And you can hear as I click through the Steam Deck, the speaker's outputting sounds. And let's go into the menu there. And let's go down, back into the library. And that's pretty much it. And if you go all the way down to the lowest, there is no audible tone. It's just going to be super low when clicking around. You can barely hear it. There you go, as I turn it up. And that's pretty much it to connect it USB. Now next I'm going to show you how to connect this thing Bluetooth. So Bluetooth, I'm going to disconnect it. They turned off. Get my power bank here, plug it directly into the power bank. There we go.
USB mode.
And it says USB mode, but I'm not in USB because I'm only connected to a power bank. So what I have to do,
Bluetooth mode.
double tap that button on the top here, the
Device
big,
paired.
and it's paired. What did it pair to? I think it paired to my computer over there because I already had it paired to my computer. Give me 1 second. Let me go play something. And yes, they were paired to my computer. I disconnected them from my computer so I can show you how simple it is to pair them on the Steam Deck. So I think it's still in pairing mode. Let me switch it and try.
USB mode. Bluetooth mode.
All right. So on the Steam Deck, you just want to go into the Steam settings. I can show you on this thing up here. Let's move this. And I'm going to go down to settings. And we're going to go to Bluetooth. So available to pair. Jeecoo popped up. Click on that.
Device paired.
Device paired. And then as I can move around, they should be paired. Let's make sure we got this turned all the way up. Turn this all the way up. So if you're listening to these, or if you want to listen to some music, I could go on YouTube, play music from here. If I was just out and about and I wanted sound to come from these speakers, I had this and had this set up at a friend's house and I wanted it to come from a speaker. I don't know. There's different scenarios. Or if I just wanted to party and I had my Steam Deck or had my phone, I can Bluetooth it directly to this as long as I have some kind of power connection for these speakers. I am good to go. Let's play a little bit of something here so that you can kind of get an overview of how these sound. What's up, world? I am TJ, and this is Nativerezmedia, your place for opinionated tech news, reviews, and entertainment. And today, I don't know if it's going to come through the mic very good, but these do get loud. They do sound adequate. They are nothing hi-fi or anything like that, but they are some decent speakers for a decent price. That'll get you through your day-to-day YouTube usage and things like that, just scouring the internet and playing some games, things like that. One thing that I didn't go over when I was playing around with these is how to connect them to make it into a nice little sound bar. So they do connect like that, and it's pretty nice to have it into soundbar mode. Again, you can just set this thing down on your table there. Let me move this out of the way. Doesn't matter which orientation that you have it. It's kind of, like I said, ambidextrous when it comes to that. You can just flip it, flop it, and that is it. And then to disconnect them, you can just separate it, set them down. You got about, 3 feet of wire in between them if you have them on your computer desk. So if you have dual monitor setups, you're probably just going to have this in soundbar mode because it's not going to stretch to be on each side of your monitors. So that's something to take note. And that's about it. Obviously, if you're looking at some speakers, this is a nice little speaker set for something when it comes to just having a little RGB, and a little bit of flair to your computer setup. And get them on Amazon, 1-2 day delivery. They're a nice set. Thank you, Jeecoo, for sending these out to me. And if you guys have any questions, please comment down below. Peace out.